Hey guys, I'm Nikki, and since this is the first video for this channel, I thought I'd share why I'm making it and the kinds of stuff that you can expect to see on it. I'm working in my old garden bed that got kind of neglected last year, as you can see, so I'm just pulling some of the weeds to get it prepped for this next season. So, let me share a little background story. This will be a little bit more talking than I'll usually have in my videos, but I thought it was important for this first one. So, story time. I live with an exhausting chronic illness that limits my energy, my cognitive abilities, my mobility. Overexerting myself in any way, physically, mentally, even emotionally, makes my symptoms worse over time, so that it lowers my baseline, and pushing myself too hard now could make me end up bedridden or worse in the future. Trying to manage it all is a very careful and nerve-wracking balancing act. It's been over a decade since I got sick, but back before that, I worked as a farmhand on small veggie farms. I did lots of planting and raising seedlings, caring for the grown-up plants, harvesting, and prepping food for market. I got a lot of really good skills out of that, but it was a while ago and my memory is not great. So we'll see how much I actually remember of any of that. I'll probably be doing a lot of research as I go through and make all these videos. I still love growing plants, but I need to figure out how to do it within the limitations that I have now. It's taken me a long time to come to terms with being disabled and with having limitations, and I kept trying to push through them. But I've recently learned, after making myself worse, that that's not how this illness works, and I can't do that. So this year, I am trying something different, and that's what I want to chronicle with these videos. I want to try to actually sustain a garden this year. Excuse me while I catch my breath. I'm going to try to do that by only letting myself work 10 to 15 minutes a day on it. I'm thinking I might need to set a timer for that, and that's how much I know that I can do without pushing myself too hard. I do need help for the heavy work, like the bed prep and the fencing, things like that. And it took me years of being sick to not feel like a total and complete burden and to actually be willing to ask for help. But it's okay to need help. Everybody loses their abilities eventually. Mine just went away earlier. So I ask friends and sometimes friends and often family for help with the stuff that I can't do. And the ones that have the ability to do it help me out, and it's wonderful. I'm really grateful for their help. So these videos won't be polished because aside from not having the abilities really to garden a whole lot, I can't spend a lot of brain power and stamina editing and making them nice, unfortunately. But, and some days I won't be able to get out to the garden at all. But I'm hoping that this experiment will let me be able to share with you guys, and that's going to motivate me to be more consistent. I know that I won't make it all the time, but I'm hoping that I'll be able to be more consistent than I would otherwise if left to just my own devices. I mean, what's that saying? Like, the feet of the gardener is the best fertilizer, or something like that. If you know who said that, let us know in the comments. I do not remember. But I think that consistency for gardening is more important than necessarily having like giant chunks of time and effort put in, but only sometimes, right? Like a little bit every day I think is better for my plants than trying to do a whole lot and then wearing myself out and then neglecting them for the rest of the season, like these ones. So yeah, I'm a bit of a space cadet. I'm sorry, that may be annoying to some of you. And I won't show myself really. I can't multitask to save my life. As you may have noticed, I have a hard time talking and pulling weeds at the same time. So, like I mentioned earlier, there won't be a lot of talking in these. But if this is an experiment that you would like to, see how it goes, see how it goes, then please join me. I know that having limiting illnesses and disabilities can be really lonely for us, So maybe we can build ourselves a little community here. That would be nice. But that is it for today. I hope that the rest of today is kind to you. Thanks for joining me.